got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Houston Texans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This will be taken about the 12. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And here now the offense for Carolina.
And they come off a tough loss last week. And what's their reward? A second straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Allen. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
22 yards there, a first down. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On first down, Allen. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A check on the numbers by Moore last week. 4 catches, 55 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards on that last completion. So that sets up 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
They've got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against the defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. From the 50, it's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Now Watson as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Allen taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They started on the ground with Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
54, right there. Tighten up.
Out of the gun, Watson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 36, Watson eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore.
And he lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And some room to run now. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. I was going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Allen throwing again. Complete to right. And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. Phillip Rivers slinging it 3 touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Jacoby Brissett has thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it's Deshaun Watson, who was the star of the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Watson, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. From the red zone now, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. And this will be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 11 yards there. 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Ready, break. I'm coming, baby. Woo! But ready.
McCaffrey on the counter, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They keep it with Davis on 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To the air, Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down. Back now in Houston. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Being chased out left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. Flushed out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wright's got it. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Angelo Blackson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it is incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. It's Eckler again. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Bill O'Brien, an offensive mind, and he's going to trust his offense here. They're going for it on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. One of the fun parts about working with you is that we've learned that there are different ways to do things than the way we were brought up to do them. This is Madden. Of course they were going to go ahead and get another score. What do you mean take a knee?
And that just makes the final margin even more lopsided. I think they earned themselves a cold drink from the fridge, right?
There's no doubt about it.
Maybe some pretzels, too, some hummus. Go crazy.
See, we've learned.
Go crazy.
We have learned the Madden way of doing things.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm a DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not about heat. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Good to hear with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. And tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. And tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you